Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that performance by the dance troupe? Did you truly enjoy it? All right. All right, please let's give them another round of applause. I thought it was beautiful. All right, we'd like to welcome you warmly to the 2025 JA Africa Company of the Year competition. Amazing. Let me just give you some notice that the energy is always off the roof. So if you came here just thinking, I'll be calm, I'll just be calm, I'll just stay in my corner, we're not going to allow that. There's so much energy, there's so much enthusiasm, there's so much joy and excitement here. And this is how we like to keep it. We'd like to welcome you warmly. In different languages, we want to say bienvenue. In our local language, we want to say ekabo. We want to say ndewo. We'd like to say baka dezua. I understand that we have 8 countries represented here. So I want to quickly welcome you in your language, but I'd like you to teach me. Let me start with Swahili, karibu. All right, do I have anybody here? Teach me how to say welcome in your language. Okay, yes, I love that. Tell me, just tell me. Which language is that? Please, can you give her a round of applause? All right, so I say that to you, and over the next few days, I will be learning so many languages. I love to learn languages. A few weeks ago, I was in Kenya, and I learned so much about Swahili language, and I just love how it sounds. Okay, she's Kenyan. So beautiful. So karibu. All right, so distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I've just said all that to say that we're so glad that you chose to spend this evening with us at the opening ceremony of the 2025 JA Africa Company of the Year competition. I'd like to very quickly acknowledge some people very quickly and ask you to be generous. Put your hands together as I mention them very quickly. Let me acknowledge the CEO of JA Worldwide, Ashish Advani. Aha, that's the energy. Let me welcome someone I heard referred to as Mama Africa, the CEO President JA Africa. Simi Wogugu. Please, can you give a round of applause for board members of JA Africa? Wherever you are, just wave. Board members JA Africa. All the member board chair council, can we please give a round of applause? To all the event funders and partners, a round of applause. The executive directors and program managers, where are you? Please celebrate them. Thank you so much. The teachers, the chaperones, okay, let me take teachers and chaperones together who have come in from different countries. Please, can we celebrate them? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Amazing. We see you. We celebrate you. Now, this one is for the staff of JA Africa. Please, can we give them a round of applause? And JA Worldwide, so the staff of JA. And of course, all our friends, everybody that has come in. If you're not a staff, you're not on the list I've mentioned, but you're here. Please, this one is for you. A round of applause. Thank you so much. Just to give us a bit of background about why we're here. The JA Company of the Year competition is Africa's premier pitch competition for high school aged youth who have completed the flagship JA company program. The 3-day event brings together students aged 14 to 17 from different countries across Africa to compete in teams for cash and prizes in this contest of business skills, ingenuity, and innovation. The competition is back to Nigeria. Are you somebody excited about that? The last time we were here was 2 years ago. 3 years ago, my goodness. And I've been waiting for you to come back. So I'm glad you're here. So please, can we celebrate JA Africa? We're coming back to Nigeria. And we're just so honored to have you here. The last time you were here, it was in Lagos. But here we are, Federal Capital Territory. And let me just say quickly that some of the faces I saw 3 years ago, I'm seeing this year, and they look so beautiful. Like, you know how they have bloomed, and they look much more beautiful. So please, can you just celebrate yourself, distinguished ladies and gentlemen? So this year, we have teams from 8 countries. I'm going to do a roll call very quickly, very sharp. And I want you to be generous with your applause as I mention the 8 countries. Don't be partial, even if I'm not mentioning your country. Just be generous, because at the end of the day, it's about Africa. So let me start with Eswatini. So you will see my energy higher when I'm celebrating the students, because I celebrate them so much. All right, just a quick roll call. I'm going to still invite you later on for the flag ceremony, but this one is just to celebrate you. Let me welcome all the students from Ghana. All right, where are my people from Mauritius? Okay, if you're here and you're from a country that the name is Nigeria, amazing. All the way from Rwanda. Oh my goodness. Let's get to South Africa. Okay, make some noise for Uganda. And please celebrate Zambia. Amazing. All right. Later on, we'll meet the teams, and then we'll come back to meet some of these things. But let me quickly mention that this event is made possible by the kind courtesy of our sponsors. I'm going to mention our sponsors very quickly. Please celebrate them, because they've done so much to bring this event to fruition, and they've done so much for us. Starting with our headline sponsors. Celebrate FedEx, Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, First Bank of Nigeria. Okay, let's go to our platinum sponsors. Delta Airlines, Bank of America, Kuda Microfinance Bank. Let's go to our gold sponsors very quickly. Boeing, Entrepreneurs Organization, Rising Leader Award. And now to our media partners. What Media Group? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to hear remarks from some very distinguished guests that we have here. But let me quickly come back a bit to introduce myself. My name is Temi Badru, and I'm so excited to be here at the 15th Company of the Year competition for JA Africa. My name is Temi Badru, and I'm also known, I go by the stage name, the Presidential Host. And I'm so honored to be in the midst of so many amazing people. I made friends here 3 years ago. I made acquaintances, role models, mentors, so many people. And I'm just so glad to meet them again. So to lead and to give us the welcome address for today, I'd like to welcome the board chair, JA Africa. He's also the managing director, Access Pensions, Dave Udwanu, and is represented today by Adaora Ude, Group Head, Business Development, Lagos and Southwest, Access ARM Pensions. Can we celebrate her?
Thank you very much. Timmy, I hope that I can keep the energy up. Well done. Good evening, everyone. We're looking very, very beautiful today. Like she said, the chair of JA Nigeria is unavoidably absent today, unfortunately, so I will be reading to us his remark and his welcome speech to all of us, if you would permit me. So, standing on, existing protocols, and on behalf of the board, management, and staff of Junior Achievement Nigeria, I welcome you all to this year's Africa Company of the Year competition here in Abuja. It is an honor to gather with visionaries, educators, partners, and most importantly, the brilliant, brilliant young entrepreneurs who have come to inspire us with their creativity, their resilience, innovation, and leadership. As a significant member of the global JA Network and JA Africa, Junior Achievement Nigeria has consistently contributed to the remarkable impact our continent has recorded over the years. These achievements are the result of the tireless efforts of our dedicated staff, unwavering commitment of volunteers around the country, and a strong collaboration of partners who believe in the potential of the African youth. In just the first year of the school-to-work education transitions for long-term youth fulfillment set for life, we have witnessed transformative outcomes in our young girls, while also exploring measures to improve learning outcomes as we expand into the new year, into next year. We have seen proof that when young girls are equipped with the right skills, mentorship, and opportunities, they truly rise above limitations. We believe Set for Life is not just a momentary intervention, it is a long-term commitment, and we are determined to reach more young girls across Nigeria, particularly those in underserved and remote communities, because they also deserve that opportunity to thrive. As an organization, we reaffirm our commitment to expanding the mission of Junior Achievement Nigeria across Nigeria, and we continue to broaden our partnership across the private sector, development agencies, civil societies, and on the others, because impact grows, like we know, where collaboration thrives. We remain unstoppable in strengthening our integration with government at the federal, state, and local levels to ensure that financial and digital literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship education becomes accessible to more students, especially those far removed from traditional learning resources. Furthermore, our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion remains unwavering. Every young person, regardless of their gender, background, ability, or geography, deserves the opportunity to unlock their potential. Inclusion for us is not just a slogan, it is the foundation upon which we build every single program, every partnership, and every vision that we have for the future. At this point, I'd like to recognize a leader whose influence spans continents and whose vision has amplified the JA mission globally, Mr. Ashish Advani, President and CEO of JA Worldwide. Your leadership continues to elevate the JA brand in ways that inspire confidence, Ashish. We celebrate your recent recognition on the Thinkers 50, and the Thinkers 50 list, amongst other recognitions, and your commitment to shaping meaningful experiences for our board, for our staff, alumni, and all the beneficiaries that set a standard. You set that standard that we admire a lot. As we celebrate these achievements of these outstanding student companies today, I want to acknowledge another extraordinary leader whose passion continues to expand opportunities for African youth, especially young girls across the globe. So, Simin Wogugu. Your dedication, visionary, your leadership, and tireless commitment to building a pipeline of empowered, future-ready African leaders continue to inspire. On behalf of the board, we express our profound appreciation. Thank you for championing a movement that is reshaping the future of young people across Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us. Welcome to those of you who are coming into Nigeria, maybe for the first time, second, or third. We'll welcome you again and again. May today's competition inspire all of us to continue to build platforms that empower, that elevates, and that transforms for the next generation. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. You know, Adara is one of those humble people that come and say, you know, my energy is going to be this, and then she starts to speak and we're like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Can we please give her another round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we go further, I'd like to invite you to please rise as we observe a moment of silence for the Executive Director of JA Zambia, who sadly passed away on Friday. He was scheduled to be with us today, but we wish he was here, but he's not here. So we'd like to please rise and observe a moment of silence in honor of Mwila Chilakata. May soul rest in peace. I would like to also very quickly just recognize a group of people who are with us, but they are not with us physically. You know, technology has made it easy for people to join us without being here physically. Some years ago, if you had said that someone was joining but not joining physically, they'll say they are joining spiritually. But today, because of technology, they can join from different parts of the world. So they are actually with us, even though they are not with us. So for our online audience, please, can we celebrate our online audience? Thank you so much. And just to remind us that you can continue conversations and follow the activities of JA Africa. On LinkedIn and Facebook, the handle is @Junior Achievement Africa. On Twitter, it is JA_Africa. On Instagram, it is JA_Africa. And the official hashtag is Africa COY 25. That's Africa Company of the Year 25. So please engage with the social media platforms as we go ahead. It's now time for the flag ceremony. Let me speak very directly to the countries that are represented, the students. Are you excited? This one is for the students. I can't hear you enough. Are you excited? Are you excited? Amazing. So we're now moving on to the flag ceremony. I'll be introducing the teams. This year we have 8 teams, as I mentioned earlier, on competing. And so the teams are going to line up at the back of the hall, right? And they're going to line up with their flags that is symbolizing the different countries that they are representing. And once their name is mentioned, once I mention their name, the cultural troupe will come back on stage, or will come back to just, celebrate them and welcome them on stage. And then they will stay on stage and they will wave their flags. So we want you to add as much effigy, as we like to call it here, as much shakara as you can. Represent your country. Like we like to say here, do shakara. It's your time. It's your moment. Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Do you need a minute? Are you ready? All right, let me invite the cultural troupe to please welcome them on stage. We want a grand welcome, and once they come, please cheer them, celebrate them. Do we have the cultural troupe ready to welcome them on stage? All right, just to give us a sense of what will come while we await the cultural troupe to welcome them on stage. They're ready? All right, let's go. All right, so we're starting with Eswatini. You must dance, oh. Thank you so much. So their names are on the screen and you can just read their names as they go. Eswatini definitely came with the energy. All right, next, let me welcome on stage the team that came from Ghana.
How many times did they write in me essays? Then go they watch in my face, see they vex it. Nyanku pon and sound on no icing. On my gecko, used to start but now we get options. Get to silence, sometimes it is hot shit. Things are going and I'm taking my lessons. See me down, me to me down. Try to keep your one eye open. Left eye closed and the right eye working. One eye open, no. See me down, me to me down. Keep your one eye open. One eye open, one eye open, one eye open, no.
Thank you, Team Ghana. They definitely came up with the energy. Let me welcome the team that came all the way from Mauritius.
Les gourmands se bouser, 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 la fumée montée, ça couille de la mer, y'a bé olé olé, les virés tourner, les rouler sur les reins des côtés, à la licostée. La livini, la pénamé, les grillés, mon la même, ça couillait, ça de la mer, les lever, les baisser, les tchiké tchiké, les rentrer, les balancer, les arriver, les balancer. La livini, la pénamé, les grillés, mon la même, ça couillait, ça de la mer, les lever, les baisser, les tchiké tchiké, les rentrer, les balancer, les arriver, les balancer.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, can we give them a round of applause? You know, like we like to say, this team did not come to play. And I want to propose, last year, I proposed to J Africa that we need to add some competitions on the sidelines. One of the competition is the Jollof Wars. But please, I think we need to add the dance competition because if we add it, it seems to me that this team is the winner. Please, let's give them a round of applause. All right. This team I'm about to invite. Are you ready for it? Please welcome Team Nigeria.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zabu, zabu, enyimba,
Toya dike, lenu dike. Toya dike, lenu dike. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe chenjigo. Iye jamara dike ruenu, ekwe dagarigo. Onwarungabasi, onemekasi. Onwarungabasi. Yakasi, ebube dike, ibe ikekwe, wani manaria, achaluko dike, clear the road for who sabi. Step aside for the game changer.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Nigeria. Amazing. Team Nigeria with the hype. Come on, look at that wave. Look at that shakara. My goodness, they're not playing. Please help me welcome. Are you ready for the next one? You know we must celebrate all of them. Let us welcome this team that came from Rwanda.
Imbaramba, imbaramba, nyirabihogo, nyirabihogo, byiza byahogoje Imana. Imbaramba, yemwe bakobwa mukiri batoya, mujye mugendera ku nomero, uwo tomboriza gwaho nzawufata uwo. Imbaramba, imbaramba, nyirabihogo, nyirabihogo, byiza byahogoje Imana. Imbaramba, yemwe bakobwa iri sinaribonye, aho inyangisha igishuru yamba, maze isazi ikarucanira amavinyo garuzi yogwaho inkindi. Imparamba, imparamba, nyirabihogo, nyirabihogo, byiza byahogoje Imana.
Please celebrate the team Rwanda. You guys need to teach me that dance step. You need to teach me. How do you do it? Is it like this? It's like you're flying. Love it. You need to teach me tomorrow. Thank you. Please join me as I welcome to the stage the next team, South Africa.
Amatuke afika siyihlalele lana, afika sivumisa ingoma. Yazi athini? Athi gidya, 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 gidya.
Please help me celebrate South Africa. Leg walk. Did you see their leg work? It was like this. We need to learn. We need to learn those ones. All right, let me welcome to the stage the next team from Uganda.
Tamia singo, teme singo, fumita singo, timenye mwesingo, kakasalu bimbo, kakoyo siwo, matazina kwa chinga chakute mundiro. Kaba, 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 kaba. Tamia singo, teme singo, fumita singo, timenye mwesingo, kakasalu bimbo, kakoyo siwo, matazina kwa chinga chakute mundiro.
Welcome to Uganda. All right, last but definitely not the least, please put your hands together for Team Zambia.
For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, why should you worry? Why should you stress yourself, my friend? God is your daddy. He will supply all of your needs. And when I say that His love for you unconditional, hear me clearly, 'cause His plans for you are are so beautiful, but the enemy, he wants to get the best of me, Said the enemy, he wants to get the best of me, but I say no. Oh, this is my joy. I will not let go. I will sing. Sangalalelo, mtima wanga. Sangalalelo, mtima wanga. For this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Sangalalelo, mtima wanga. Sangalalelo, mtima wanga. For this is the day that the Lord has made.
Well done. Please celebrate Team Zambia. All right, this one is an umbrella applause for all the 8 teams. Please, can you celebrate them? Okay, don't worry. There will be more opportunities to dance. For now, we'll pause and we move on with the program. I'd like to invite the Regional Sales Manager, FedEx, Ruth Kabogo, to please come up and give us some remarks. Can we please give a round of applause? Love it! Come on!
Now which kind life way I never see? I carry God so I fear not.
I'm actually not Ruth. My name is Consolata Nzomo, Senior Manager in charge of Kenya and Nigeria. So Ruth has thrown me under the bus, but I'll keep the energy
That she did.
Junior Achievement Africa seems to be Ghana inspired, but trust Nigeria to put the zing on it. Okay, quickly, before I start, let me just quickly say that I had intended to marry a Fulani lady. But did you witness the first dance? The very first dance by the Fulani team. What did you experience? What did you see? Did you see the sticks? Okay, so probably that's why I ended up not marrying a Fulani girl. Thank you so much, distinguished partners, J Africa, Papa Global, Ashish, and of course, Mama Africa, Simi Wogugu, esteemed guests, the press, ladies and gentlemen. So on behalf of the Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, and of course, like I said, I wear 3 caps. I represent PMIEF, I represent PMI Nigeria, and of course, I'm here representing the Board of Trustees of PMI Nigeria as well. My name is actually Festus O.J. Hickman, so it's okay. I'm glad you didn't bite your tongue, so I'm happy. So PMIEF, in partnership with J Africa, we are glad to participate in this year's Company of the Year competition and also to serve as judges for the Project Management Award. We are honored by this recognition and by the opportunity to support an initiative that aligns so deeply with our mission. PMIEF's global goal is clear: to empower young people with project management skills so they can create lasting social impact. Of course, we know Africa shares that vision by developing young entrepreneurs and innovators across the continent. As PMIEF, we are proud to stand with you in equipping Africa's youth with the tools to transform ideas into sustainable, measurable results. Today's engagement and the engagement we're going to have in the next few days underscores our belief that project management is not just a profession. It is a strategic capability essential for youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, and national development. By participating in this event, the PMIEF reinforces its commitment to nurturing the next generation of African leaders who will deliver change with discipline, innovation, and of course, impact. We thank JA Africa for the partnership and for recognizing the value PMIEF brings to strengthening youth-led projects across the continent. We also appreciate our volunteers, members, and of course, a member of the PMI Nigeria Board of Trustees represented by Deji Ishmael. Please a round of applause for him. For their continuous support in advancing project management excellence in Nigeria, Africa, and globally. Together, we will continue to promote innovation, build capacity, and strengthen project leadership across Africa. Now, if you believe you've actually witnessed some amazing, amazing dances here today, please put your hands together for those dancers, for the teams from the 8 African countries, and for yourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you see those steps? He was giving us those steps, so amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Festus. All right, so tonight we're letting down and having fun. You see, tomorrow when we go fully into the competition, then you'll see that there's so much more in terms of how they will be able to defend their pitches. So please let me just quickly say this, that don't miss out on tomorrow's event. Don't miss out. Tonight is fun, but tomorrow it will get heated. Tomorrow we will have so much fun while learning, while sharing knowledge. So just to say that so much is coming. Let me now invite DJ. I like how that you're already ready for me because I'm about to invite someone and I need the right music. Let me invite the Senior Brand Manager, Kuda Microfinance Bank, Emmanuel Femi Adejobi. Can we give a round of applause?
Father in heaven, back time to take over. He don't tell how they access opportunities and how they approach problem solving. And that is what, JA has been, JA has been doing with this Company of the Year program. Teams all across the continent have been learning how to, spot problems, design solutions, build teams, and pitch with courage. And if Africa is going to grow to become the kind of continent that has inclusive job-creating businesses, these are the type of skills that we need to develop. And that is why partnering with JA is really important to us. Because JA is creating a platform where teenagers all over the continent are getting to learn real-life skills, both financially and entrepreneurially. They're getting access to high-quality entrepreneurial education, and they are accessing, global skills that will enable them become the leaders of tomorrow that we need them to be. And this is why it's very important, because for us at Kuda, we believe that our role is that when young people show up with bold ideas, we are there to support them, to give them access to financial tools, to give them access to mentorship, and to keep supporting programs like this that help them get better at growing and building the businesses of tomorrow. So I would like to say thank you to JA for creating this program. I would like to say a big shout out and a big thank you to all teachers and mentors who have been guiding these students. And most importantly, I would like to say a big thank you to the students for showing up. Showing up with your ideas, being bold about it, being courageous. On a personal note, I wish I started when I was at your age. I started learning how to think critically, learning how to, come up with solutions, real life solutions, and learn how to try, how to fail early, and how to, grow from that. So thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for having us, and have an amazing evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel Femi Adejobi, Senior Brand Manager, Kuda Microfinance Bank. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to invite someone who, in Nigerian local parlance, I would call the Oga Patakpata of JA Worldwide. Do you know who I'm about to invite? Okay, do you know? So I've asked the DJ that this song, it has to be a hit, because I'm looking forward particularly to his dance steps. Please. But I know he has learned already. Maybe we need to do rehearsals now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the CEO, JA Worldwide, Ashish Advani.
I told you in my speech earlier that I came here to learn from people. I never thought I'd be learning dance steps from the team from Rwanda. And I tried my best. I probably didn't measure up to, I didn't measure up to how you did, but I tried. It is such a pleasure to be back here. Ikabo, welcome, right, Ikabo? I learned that last time when I came to Lagos because I went to this art gallery called the Nike Art Gallery, which I think is also here, and I bought a piece of art that says Ikabo on it. And now every time somebody comes to my home, they see Ikabo, which is welcome. So it is a special country for me to come back to, and it is such a pleasure for not only for me to be back here, but for me to be back here for the 15th Company of the Year. It really, yes, please, 15 years. And I've been now to 10 of these, and I can genuinely say that we continue to get better and better and raise the bar. So I want to thank, first of all, the organizing team from JA Africa and all those who've been supporting, all the vendors and partners who've been supporting us, because without your hard work, without your sponsorship, we cannot continue to get better and better. So thank you so much. I want to actually ask a question. How many of you, is this your first time in Nigeria? If you could raise your hand for your first time in Nigeria. So for most of the students, this is amazing. Now, keep your hand up if it's your first time ever on an airplane. So most of the students, it really is, this is a moment, this is an experience that you'll remember for a long, long time. And I know this because I've now kept in touch with many students who've come and done these events here in Africa and in other regions. And you are now part of a community. You are now part of a community of 150 million living JA alumni all over the world who've participated in many of these programs. The program that you've participated in, company program, and I'm going to address my remarks to the students now, is an experience that I went through when I was young too. And by joining this community, you have a bit of an obligation. So I'm going to ask you to do one more thing with your hands raised. Could you raise 5 fingers, please? Could you put your hands up and raise 5 fingers? And thank you, yes, those in the middle of the room can also do this if you like. The reason I'm asking you to raise 5 fingers is so you remember this. You can put your hands down now. Because our hope and expectation of your participation in this program, particularly coming to this event, is that you'll not only build a skill set through PMI and through all the other partners in FedEx who've been providing workshops for you. In addition to the skill set, you strengthen the mindset that you'll need to be successful in the future. And the reason I asked you to raise 5 fingers, I want you to remember that our expectation of you is that your mindset will continue to shift to allow you to think of yourself as somebody who will create a job for yourself and for 5 other people. 5 other people. So think of yourself as a job creator. You know, when I went through the program, somebody made a speech and they helped me think of myself as somebody who's not just seeking a job, but somebody who can create a job for myself and for others. In fact, the JA logo up here beside me has 6 triangles on it. One is for you and one is for the 5 people that you are going to help over the course of your career. You're going to meet many role models. You're going to meet the judges, you're going to meet the board members, you're going to meet the mentors and the chaperones and teachers in the course of your experience. Learn from them, keep in touch with them, because one day our expectation is that you will be one of them. Because everyone sitting in the middle here, I can tell you, everyone has had an experience where they've had to create a job for themselves and for others. Whether they've done it in a big company or a small company as an entrepreneur, or somebody who works for a nonprofit like JA, they've had to do the hard work of building a job for themselves and for others. So my hope and my dream for all of you is that you'll come away from this experience, and I'm going to remind you of this in my closing remarks, so don't forget. Because we as an organization now, if we can do this at scale, we're reaching 20 million young people a year. That's potential for us to create 100 million jobs for the world. And that's our mission, that's what we're trying to do, and we're going to continue to get better and better at it. So thank you so much for making the time and for being part of this. Thank you to everyone in the room who's traveled here. Welcome, Ikabo, and enjoy this great experience. Thank you.
If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, every time I listen to Ashish, you know, it's so impactful, very persuasive, you know, just such an articulate speaker. Please, can we give him a round of applause? Thank you so much. All right, but let me just mention that you did a bit of ojoro. Every other person came through this place and had to dance for a long time. Well, you took the easy way and did this dance step. But it's okay. At the closing ceremony, please give us a full dance. Just prepare. You have 2 days to prepare, so please prepare your dance step. And that one will give you a Nigerian song, right? Okay, so we also will prepare our songs for the closing ceremony, but thank you so much for your speech. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up, I'd like to invite the General Counsel, Head of Compliance and Risk, JA Africa, to please give us some safeguarding announcement. Can we give a round of applause? Music, 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 music. Can I escape? We cannot see the dancer. Come on now! Hey, 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 hey! Come on!
I was actually running upstage before the music started. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Innovation Air, Flight JA Africa COY 2025, proudly flying the next generation of African leaders into the remarkable journey of African youth empowerment. This week, our destination is Action for Climate Transformation. My name is Adiola, and I will be your safeguarding captain for this flight. Before we begin our takeoff into a week of innovation and inspiration, we kindly ask for your full attention, even if you're a frequent COY flyer and have attended more times than some of our students have been alive. On board this flight, we have passengers aged 14 and tight across your behavior throughout this entire event. Baggage or anything else that could hamper a safe space for others. Nothing harmful should obstruct the movement, comfort, or safety of anyone aboard. No, for the safety and comfort of all passengers, smoking, including the use of electronic cigarettes, is not disabling or destroying smoke detectors is prohibited. Any passenger wishing to test this rule will not make it, not even the semifinals. To maintain a safe and climate-conscious cabin, treat everyone with dignity and respect, use age-appropriate language, check concerns before taking anything, and please dispose waste responsibly. This is action for climate transformation, not action for climate change or damage. Students, your chaperones are here to support you. They were not selected for their sprinting skills, so please don't make them run. This aircraft is equipped with multiple safeguarding. Please move calmly to the nearest safeguarding adults. Your exits include our safeguarding focal points, myself and Kilali. Kilali, stand up for recognition. Teachers and chaperones, and of course, J Africa staff. Your nearest exit may be behind you, beside you, or quietly seated 2 rows away. We also have an anonymous reporting system on board. QR codes will be displayed on the screen behind me. To use it, point, scan, type, and send. You may report without giving your name. You do not need evidence. You need evidence. You do not need permission. Just report. J Africa is pleased to welcome all passengers with additional support needs. If you require assistance moving through the venue, communicating, or understanding instructions, please notify your chaperone or any safeguarding focal point. You'll be assisted with courtesy, patience, and respect. Everyone on this flight deserves a safe runway. In the unlikely event of an emergency, if a fire alarm sounds, remain calm, walk, do not run, do not return for your bags, or even those prototypes that you've spent months perfecting. Please, your safety comes first. Follow the illuminated exit signs and we'll guide you to the muster points. There's one there and there's one here. If there's any medical assistance required, please alert any J staff member, and a trained medical team is available on this site. As we prepare for ascent into this unforgettable week, please ensure your respect belts remain secure, your boundaries in the upright position, kindness switched on, courage ready for takeoff, and your commitment to climate action. Because here's the truth. No student can change the climate if they do not feel safe in the room. You cannot innovate if you're afraid. You can't rise if the space around you is shrinking. So safeguarding is the oxygen mask that drops anything else. It's our way of saying to every young innovator in the room, breathe. You matter. Your ideas matter. Your life matters. And we will protect you while you build the world we all need. Because courage doesn't start in front of the world. It starts in a safe room. And today, in this cabin, this COY, this is that room. On behalf of J Africa Innovation Air, thank you for your cooperation. J Africa cabin crew, doors to automatic. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for takeoff. Welcome to COY 205, where safety is our runway, your brilliance our destination. Enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Wow. Let me ask you, how many people flew down here? You got on a plane to come here? Raise your hand. Let me just see those hands again. If you flew down here, you got on a plane. Now, tell me, which of your cabin crew member was that articulate? Very detailed. Please, can we celebrate cabin crew Adiola? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I'm going to come and take notes whether, you know, at some point you've had the opportunity to work as a captain or as an air hostess. But that was so good, and I think that was so important. And I'm so glad that J Africa, you know, just included that bit about safeguarding, because your safety, everyone's safety, is the priority of J Africa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to go out for long, but we are going to wrap up very quickly. Before we do that, let me acknowledge the sponsors. Headline sponsors. Again, please don't get tired of acknowledging our sponsors. we need to acknowledge them. Headline sponsors: FedEx, Project Management Institute Educational Foundation, First Bank of Nigeria. All right, let's go to the platinum sponsors: Delta Airlines, Bank of America, Kuda Microfinance Bank. Gold sponsors: Boeing, Entrepreneurs Organization, Rising Leader Award. To the media partner, What Media Group. We'd like to thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Thank you so much. Despite your busy schedules, to all our distinguished guests who have made it, you know, to be here today, thank you so much. Just to remind you that the competition is tomorrow. Tomorrow is a real competition. If you want to see, people have spoken and have inspired the students and the people who are pitching tomorrow. But tomorrow it's going to be the other way because they are going to be inspiring us when they pitch. So let me invite you to be here by 8:50. Guests should please be here by 8:50, and we're expected to start by 9 a.m. Also, please don't forget to check out the 1-minute video commercials of students on JA Africa's YouTube channel. So let me give you a hint as to what that is. On the YouTube channels, there's like a 1-minute commercial of the different students from different countries. And when you go there and engage, you put the like button, you comment, you engage with it. At the end of the day, the winner is going to win the Public Choice Award. So that one is not selected here. That one is selected based on social media engagement. So please go and support the different countries represented here today. We want to find out who is going to go home with the award for the Public Choice Award online. Vote, like, comment, engage, share. Tell the world about it. All right? Also, the students and the chaperones are please expected to wait behind for pitch rehearsals and for booth setup. We'd like to thank you once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, for making it here tonight. We hope to see you tomorrow morning, 8:50 a.m. We're expected to please be seated by 8:50 a.m. so that we can start the event 9 a.m. tomorrow. We started with the dance troupe and would like to close with the dance troupe. So let me invite the dance troupe to please come and just treat us to some beautiful music and dance. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Dinner is served outside and there's some light refreshment. Thank you so much for joining us and see you tomorrow. Thank you.